A spacecraft graveyard, government control dating app, dental detectives. The Eiffel Tower is actually originally offered to. Hey guys, welcome back to a new episode of The More You Know. It's a series on YouTube where we go through interesting topics that we find on the internet. So let's get straight into the first one. So did you know there's a secret spacecraft graveyard in the Pacific Ocean? So I'd like to thank my friend Corin for this one. So yeah, it's a real thing. There's actually a place in the Pacific Ocean where Soviet spacecrafts go to die. So imagine the vast Pacific Ocean, and there is a point there where especially Soviet spacecrafts, but spacecrafts in general, are dumped. It's a cosmic junkyard there. This place is called Point Nemo. Nemo in Latin means no one. Point Nemo is actually the most remote location on Earth. It's the farthest away from any landmass. It's so isolated that the nearest people there are probably the space station. So that's how isolated this point actually is. Why this point? Because it's the perfect point for international space agencies to send their decommissioned aircraft. So it's a controlled crash zone away from travelers, curious explorers, also away from shipping lanes. So guess who's a frequent flyer there? It's the Soviet Union and now Russia. The Soviet Union started using this during the Cold War. They used it to dump space stations like the Mir, other satellites as well. So it's not just a Soviet thing, it's also used by space agencies like NASA and ESA. Point Nemo is used by all these agencies to dump space junk basically, but it's not used anymore. Any spacecraft that aren't used anymore. They actually schedule their spacecraft funerals to avoid interstellar traffic jams. There is a twist, maybe a bit of a conspiracy rather than actual fact rooted in this, but some say that they choose this remote spot so that they can keep prying eyes away from the secrets that these spacecraft actually hold, like could be alien or a tech that we don't know about yet, or anything top secret really, who knows, because the ocean keeps its secrets really well. Just imagine when you look up to the sky and you see all the million stars. One of them could be a spacecraft that's actually heading to its final destination at the bottom of the ocean. Okay, the second topic is government control dating app. So the Japanese government is launching a dating app to tackle one of the gravest crises they've ever faced, or something that they've called the gravest crisis they've ever faced. Yeah, the Japanese government is actually stepping in to play matchmaker. Why are they doing this? It's because the birth rate in Japan has been plummeting for a long time now, and in 2023 it plummeted to an all-time low. There were twice as many deaths as births in Japan. So the Prime Minister called this the gravest crisis for the country. If they don't act now, it's said that their population could almost decrease by around 30% by 2070, and 4 out of every 10 people would be over the age of 65, which is quite a scary statistic for any country to not have a young working population. It's considered for people over 65 to be causing a bit of a burden on the government in terms of finances, while the young people usually get in the money. So it is quite a serious crisis for Japan. So now enter the dating app. The Tokyo Metropolitan Government is launching this app to promote marriage and to obviously boost the birth rate. So it's not just any normal dating app though. You need to actually submit proof that you're legally single, a tax certificate, and even sign a letter saying that you're willing to get married. So it's like Tinder mixed with like a lot of bureaucratic nonsense. It's not a free app. It's fee-based, and of course it aims to provide a sense of security and seriousness since it's coming from the government, and also since there is a fee for it. So the government hopes that by backing this, they are kind of promoting people to support this app rather than going through the traditional dating app route. So that they are actually even allocating a lot of funds to promote this app. 200 million yen in 2023 and 300 million yen in 2024. Just imagine explaining to your grandkids that grandma and grandpa met in a government-backed dating app that was used to boost the population. Will it actually work? So skepticism is actually quite high because they're not sure whether it's actually addressing the root cause of this issue, which is the high cost of living, long working hours, and insufficient childcare support. So most people think it probably is just a band-aid solution rather than actually addressing these issues. So what do you think? Can a government-run dating website help boost Japan's birth rate and population back to as it should be? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Okay, moving into the third topic, Did you know that your mouth holds some of the most unique features that can be used to forensically identify you? So yeah, I'm talking about teeth, your tongue prints, and even the wrinkles on the top of your mouth. So imagine in a crime scene, the only pieces of evidence are maybe a bite mark or a piece of chewing gum. So forensic odontologists, now that is just a fancy term for mouth detectives or dental detectives. So they can use these kind of details to actually crack your case. Teeth, actually, they have a unique characteristic called enamel rod ends, and no two teeth are actually alike even in the same mouth. And so yeah, it gets even cooler. There is tongue print. Yeah, just like fingerprints, there are actually tongue prints. The surface and the shape of your tongue are very unique to you. It can be smooth, cracked, or fissured. So it's like your own personal barcode, and detectives can actually use these to identify you. They can either use it through digital software or even through your impressions. They can compare the two and match yours if they have your dental records. Also, the ridges on the top of your mouth, they're called rugae, I believe. That's how you pronounce them. They stay pretty much the same throughout your life, and forensic experts can use these patterns to identify you. So this is actually useful in crime scenes where you need to identify a body, but a lot of their characteristics are not able to be used due to severe burning. The fingerprints may not be available, or severe decomposition as well. So yeah, maybe next time when you look at the mirror and look at your teeth or your mouth, you just remember that it's very unique to you, and it is a forensic goldmine as well. Okay, moving into our fourth and final topic, it's regarding the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower was actually originally offered to Barcelona before it became the iconic symbol that it is in Paris. Gustave Eiffel, the genius behind the Eiffel Tower, initially he pitched his grand design to Barcelona. This is supposed to be the centerpiece for the 1888 Barcelona Universal Exposition. That was Spain's first worldwide fair. Barcelona looked at it and said thanks for no thanks. They didn't like how the tower looked. They felt that it was too big, too expensive, and plain ugly. They unknowingly rejected what would become one of the world's most identifiable monuments. So instead of a towering giant, Barcelona actually opted in for the Arc de Triomphe as the entrance to their fair. Meanwhile, Gustave Eiffel took his plans to Paris. So the tower was built in 1889 for Paris's World Fair, celebrating the centennial of the French Revolution. So there's actually no official record that Eiffel actually offered it to Barcelona. It's a very fascinating what-if moment in history, because imagine if Barcelona had both the Sagrada Familia and the Eiffel Tower. It's already tourist central, so just imagine the popularity. So we know that the Eiffel Tower is identifying symbol of Paris now. Probably Messi would have been rocking Eiffel Tower on his shirt from when he was 18 rather than during the end of his career. So yeah, the quick fact for today is that we sleep for 25 years of our life. So if we take the average night's sleep as 8 hours a day, so that's 1/3 of a day. If we take the average lifespan to be 75 years, that's 25 years of sleep. The more you know. So thanks guys for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, please subscribe, and also please leave some comments on if you have some ideas you want me to explore, or if you feel like I could improve this in any way. I'm still very new to the whole YouTube thing, so it would be very beneficial to me and my channel if you can like and subscribe. See you next time as always.